Hey everyone, the Fancy Duck here with a very quick and very impromptu tutorial on some of the harder clips that you'll find at any percent for Untitled Goose Game. This video is going to be hardly edited, so I'm probably going to be messing up on some of the skips, probably going to be doing things several tries, and that's okay. Again, this is just to teach you guys the basics. So, come over here, pick up the boot, basic stuff. If you're doing the half boot clip, you want to drop the boot around here, look left until the goose rises into the air, and then turn. So the important part is clipping in there, where the goose just aimed, and turning left into the gate. When you're aiming at the correct angle, you'll rise into the air a little bit. Let me turn off my keyboard and mouse. My cat was walking into him. Hey, Tiggs. Alright, so I'm going to show you that again. Drop the boot around here, grab, go in, rise up, and then turn. That was obviously slow, but that's fine. So, some people like to do geeses, some people like to climb the rocks. If you're doing geeses, you're looking for that. This is done by the boot lifting into the air a little bit after the goose is pushing into it. And if done correctly, it'll just propel the goose up like that. It doesn't need to be done by just spamming grab release until you get up there, because generally that actually brings you down lower. Essentially, you're just trying to get height off of the boot in the first place, and then re-grab it on the way back up, and it should just fling you over. And if for some reason it doesn't, just continue holding crouch and running into that wall, and doing grab release, grab release, grab release at about this tempo. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alternatively to geeses, if you're not getting that consistently, this isn't much slower to do. It's a little bit slower, but it's not much slower. Just come over this way, come between these lily pads, and just hold crouch and drop grab. Very quick, very easy. So, for boot skip, this is one of the hardest tricks in the game for beginner runners. And for good reason. It's very, very technical, and it requires a lot of muscle memory and correct timing. So you want to drop the boot where it's perpendicular to the wall and pushed up against this bush. You want to walk into it and push it a little further and look a little bit more to the right. You want the goose to still be on the ground. My goose is currently lifting off into the air, which is what I don't want. I personally hold run while doing this clip. I get about here, and then grab. If I'm in this spot, chances are I am able to get the clip. If I am more so, like as you saw there, if I'm closer to the actual leaves right here, I'm not going to go through. And this trick is all about patience. Let me get back down here real fast. Here we go. There we go. So the trick is all about patience. So again, set the boot down, get it lodged into that corner, walk into it, push. Since I'm in the leaves, I'm probably not going to get it. If I get that in a run, I'm just going to let go of crouch and restart. Run back, put the boot there, walk, aim a bit more to the corner, grab. I ended up in the leaves, I'm not going to get it. Drop the boot, pray it's in the right spot, in the leaves, not going to get it. That happens sometimes. With this trick, quite often you're going to end up in those leaves. But if you're to the right of them like this, just turn right slowly and you go through. Every time. Every time. So let's go for the rest of the run real fast. You come over here, you do swag clip. It's what you do with every single clip. Just grab, crouch, release. Release, crouch, grab. And then go through. With this one, you aim down towards the fence itself. Not towards this corner like a lot of runners do. You aim towards the fence. So again, just skadoosh. Turn to the right slowly. When you're about halfway through, stop pressing anything. Then just aim down and wiggle. If you stop pressing anything correctly, you'll just sort of stop moving, just sort of vibrate a little bit. That one's a little bit inconsistent, but if you're aiming towards the fence, it should be easy every time. So there are two main ways to climb the tower. One's with plate, and one's with little Timmy over there. We're going to climb with plate. With plate, aim between these two objects, let go, crouch, re-grab. And then when you're holding crouch, just spam grab and release. If you do that, you'll just pop right over the fence. Again, you want to make sure that you're aiming between these two objects. So we'll come over here, just go around, no sense going over. Aim right over here, spam grab all the way up the tower, and then hold crouch, and then continue spamming grab when you're at the top. If you do that correctly, the plate will just sort of fall out. So if I'm doing it in a run, I go like this, I start holding crouch around here, and I'm able to grab the bell. I'm going to put the bell down real fast, and just show you what the method would look like with Timmy. Okay, let's get back through. Again, aim between these two objects, just spam grab release. Aim closer to the bush, and you'll just pop right over. So with Timmy, instead of spamming grab to fly up, you aim between these two objects and release, grab, release, grab. You don't want to end up inside of it. You want to be on the right of that little bump. And you just sort of run your way up the wall like that. And you can drop Timmy and just grab the bell from here. All right, let's go for the rest of the route real fast. All right. When you're here, you don't want to let go of the bell or anything like that. You just crouch and then turn into this bush and you'll pop right over. It's super simple. Give it a go. Continuing on. Oh, you don't need to drop the bell during that part. I do it because I think it saves time. I haven't proved that though, so don't quote me. So for this skip, what you want to do is wiggle the goose into this corner as deep as you can until it looks like he's turning around the tip of the bell like that. If he is turning around his neck like he normally does, like the bell, that's the tip of the bell, like that, it's not going to work. So I want to be turning around the tip of the bell, and when I'm out like this, I just press down, left, and crouch. I'm looking to get the butt of the goose in the corner of this little fence area, like that. So since my butt's now in the corner, I just sort of wiggle the stick down and left in this direction that you can see on the screen, and it'll clip through. Very simple, very straightforward. Then just come over this way, walk through here, beep, boop, beep, boop. If you honk here, it'll keep the lady in the blue from turning around for a little bit, give you a little bit of extra time. So now you're aiming to get the bell through there, and it's not super consistent. Pray to sweet baby Jesus. There we go. So I'm not going to do normal bell clip. I think I was deep enough to do it there, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm just going to wait for the women to turn around. It's possible to do plate clip over here, but it's not super consistent. It's better to do it right here. And then you get through about this deep, turn, shimmy, turn, and you're through. Then you can just grab the bell, and you're on your way back home. And that is the entire run. If there are any questions about specifics on this route, just go ahead and give me a ping on Discord. I am the Fancy Duck on there as well. You can also find me on Twitch at the Fancy Duck, and I'll be able to answer questions during live streams there as well. Anyways, I hope that this was informative to everybody, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.